then, Little Big Planet. Now, I really did quite enjoy this game, despite the fact of being way too similar to the first game, especially when most every stage on the online were stages I could have been playing in the first game, but when its new tools are used intelligently, you actually see the game's true potential. Number 9, Rayman Origins. There's not much I can say on this game. It's not the best platformer out there, but it's a decent one. The art styles are gorgeous to look at. There's nothing to complain there. The environments are simple, nothing too complicated when making your way through the levels. Only one problem I had with this game was it excelled in multiplayer and there was no online, but what can you do? Great, Child of Eden. Found the game, borrowed it from a friend. Anyway, this game is full of so much beauty and emotion. It connects your senses with the soundtrack of the game. It's just a beautiful experience that is one not to be missed out on, especially for its only few hours of gameplay. Even with that short, it's brilliant. I can't say much more. Number 7, Alice Mouse Returns. Now, this was a decently great jumpy platformer, you could say, with excellent replay value. The environments can go from incredibly beautiful to disturbingly disgusting, especially towards the end, you'll see. My favorite was Chapter 2 especially, I don't know why, but a great platformer, not one to miss out. Number 6, Portal 2. This game had very clean, intellectual gameplay that can make you feel like an idiot to brilliant the next minute. On top of that, it's downright hilarious. From Wheatley, don't need to go there, and just the co-op multiplayer. Best co-op this year in I would say. But yeah, Portal 2. Number 5, Sonic Generations. This game was complete nostalgia for all Sonic fans, I'm sure, who've played all the original levels that are in this game. Upon that, they have all original music and artwork as collectibles. Just think it's overall there's no disappointments, honestly, like we've for the past 10 years besides colors. I think they've mastered modern Sonic gameplay in Classic 2, but I think they're ready to make Sonic Adventure 3 now. It's not gonna happen, but, you know. Number 4, Deus Ex Human Revolution. You have the possibility to play any way you want in this game. It's intense, it has awesome augmentations that you can upgrade, Makes you feel like a badass every chapter. There was one thing I thought was missing though. Maybe it was not enough CG cutscenes, or the game was incredibly epic, but maybe it wasn't epic enough, I would say. Overall, another one of these.
So, how do you feel about me?
Are you okay? You've been acting weird lately.
Now the top 3, starting with Catherine. I really didn't know what I was getting myself into when I picked up this game. It's very different from what I've ever played. It left me with a great surprise, and I'm really happy I picked it up. After every stage you play in this game, it leaves you with a great sense of accomplishment because this game is really hard. You can get used to it, but it still progressively gets harder. And the major points in this game that I enjoyed the most were the bar. I just thought it was really fun. I spent loads of time there. It was calming. I don't know. All the interactions you can do, just thought it was awesome. And the story in this game it's pretty slow for about the first half, but then it gets pretty twisted. There's a major point, and it's something most guys can relate to, even me. Not extremely, but most guys can slightly, I guess, relate to. Link. Where did this come from? Number 2, Skyward Sword. Now, upon Zelda's now mastered puzzle and dungeons gameplay, also with the best motion control I've ever done in any game, which works perfectly in Skyward Sword for sword. There was one major downfall I had with the game. It was extremely linear compared to previous games. It didn't feel as adventurous and open world like we're used to. I don't know if that was just a major problem for me, but I don't know. The story in this game, they tell it really differently than they have, and I really like it. And the relationship between Link and Zelda, I thought that was right to do. Which, by the way, in this game, you learn why it's called The Legend of Zelda, which is the origin of all Zelda games. I don't know, pretty important. Girahim, my god. He might be my next favorite Zelda villain ever. He was hilarious and, I don't know, weird. Majora may still top him though. But other than that, the dungeons were pretty simple. I don't know. Now that they've added the motion control, I felt the dungeons were a bit simplified. And the bugs and the little collectibles, they were pretty useless, other than the fact that they were just kind of cool to use if you wanted to, but they were never necessary. That was another flaw, but overall, it was an incredible game and well deserving of number 1. If those flaws were fixed, obviously, but incredible.
should have acted. They're already here. The Elder Scrolls told of their return. Their defeat was merely a delay. To the time after Oblivion opened. When the Sons of Skyrim would spill their own blood. But no one wanted to believe they even existed. And when the truth finally dawns, it dawns in fire.
Finally, number 1, The Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim. There's really not much I can say about this game that you probably haven't heard already, or have already done. But I can say, I've never in my life played anything like this. It's incredibly huge with endless possibilities to let you do literally whatever you want in the game. The best way I could describe it is living another life. I easily sunk 100+ hours into this game, fully in depth in my second life. I've got about 150 hours plus now, and I can still play more of it. It's grown a bit thin because I've done all the guilds and stuff, but there's replay value, and I'm sure I'll go back to it. But surely after every time I play this game, I'm left with amazement, and it's well deserving of Game of the Year.